All right, for this week's Beer on a Budget, I got a special guest, my good friend Brian, and we're going to try to prove whether or not there's actually a difference in flavor between bottles versus cans. We got a bottle of High Life and a can of High Life. We're going to have a lovely assistant pour them in separate glasses for us. Come on back and see if they taste any different, if we can pinpoint the difference. They're both fairly new bottles and cans, so they've been in the store about the same amount of time. And my friend Brian also told me one time that he could identify High Life over any other beer. So we're going to throw in an extra one for him just to see if he can, in fact, find the difference. So say hi to him, Brian.
How you doing?
And we'll come right back once we get some cans that are, or some glasses that our lovely assistant pours. All right, so we're back. Our lovely assistant has poured for us 3 glasses, one of which contains the Miller High Life from the bottle. The other one contains Miller High Life from a can. And the other one, the mystery one, contains Genesee, also from a can. And we're going to try to do a taste test, number one, to see if there is a varying difference between bottles and cans, because there's always this aura that beer in cans is worse. I am actually of the thought where probably a bottle's a worse containment device for beer than a can, but you rarely see a good craft brew in a can. And I think that's something it's probably easier to put it in bottles than it is to put it in cans, but let's see if there is a taste difference is basically what we're going to do here. So we've got 3 cups. They're all labeled A, B, and C. We don't know which one's in what. We're going to try them and see if we can identify if there's one that clearly tastes better and come to a consensus. So, glass A. Pilsner beer. That's what's in it.
It doesn't taste like High Life.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's. I mean, I want to taste the other ones first, but I'm gonna say that's not the High Life.
Okay. You may want to reserve your judgment. I'm going to go with glass B. We can always come back and taste them again if we have to. I'm not tasting much of a difference between the two.
That's kind of actually worrisome. I didn't taste a difference. I'm surprised.
And glass C.
Okay.
Not much difference, is there?
I'm surprised at how little a difference there is. I really am.
So you
But I
can't
still-
tell the Genesee from the Miller Light, Miller High Life.
now
excuse me.
putting them side by side, I'm actually unsure, but I still want to try.
It is remarkably similar taste between all 3 of these. And I kind of chose Genesee on purpose for that reason, because through my reviews, it was in the same kind of taste profiles and things that I tasted with High Life. So I said, you know what, I think that's going to be a pretty good match. And I'm going to see real quick, I'm going to go through them and see if I can't pinpoint the difference. But in all honesty, as far as flavor goes, I don't think we're going to be able to figure out if bottles or cans is a better device. Other than I will say this, if you notice that Miller High Life bottle was clear, which is going to allow sunlight into it, sooner or later that beer is going to go skunky on you just because of that, where you're not going to have that issue with a can. I will say this, from what I know, the shelf life with a can is going to be longer, but if they're both fresh, pouring them into a glass, I really don't think you can tell the difference.
I'm surprised.
I think that glass C tastes a little bit different than the other 2.
I think that he's right.
And we're going to get the results. And whether or not that's from a bottle or because this is the Genesee is going to matter.
Yeah, the aftertaste.
So, can we get the results, lovely assistant? All right. Now, just to prove how little difference there is, here are the results. A was the Miller Lite can, and B was Genesee, and C was the Miller Lite bottle, and both Brian and I kind of agreed that we thought that C tasted a little different. Now, I'm not going to say that it tasted better or worse.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I did notice a little bit different flavor there. I almost want to go back and say which one I think tastes better between the two, but knowing what it is, I think that would ruin the bias. So I guess we've proven that there is a slight difference between them.
But as to whether or not the difference is from the bottle, it's got to. I would say because we felt like this one tasted different than
I'll tell you what, the Genesee and the Miller came in a can, and we thought they both tasted. We thought they were the same beer.
I did.
So there is a difference in flavor between bottle and can.
Yeah.
Which one's better? I think maybe next time we'll have to do this experiment without a third party.
I mean, it doesn't seem right to say it after we've revealed what they are, but I actually think that I prefer the can, which surprises me.
Okay.
I don't care for the aftertaste of C.
There isn't much of a difference.
It's not a big difference, but
one way or the other.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hey, been beer on a budget for this week. Have a good night. Wait a minute, I had to come back. It wouldn't be beer on a budget unless we chugged them. So here we go. All three of them. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Hammer them down. 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Yeah. I'll leave that one to the pro.
They're all chuggable.
They're all chuggable. Whew.